Hey, man, we need some WPR, man. So, Kai, if you watching this, listen, man, I'm really defending Streaming University, which is another reason why I should get in. We got this hating that nigga talking about some Streaming University is the biggest scam ever. We gonna hear him out. We gonna address what he gotta say, and we gonna send rebuttals. Let's see what he talking about, bro.
Kai Cenat is the greatest scammer ever, and I'm just gonna be breaking.
Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it's a scam. You go there to make content. He can't make the content for you. He could just give you an opportunity.
Down exactly why. With the recent introduction of Streamer University in-person applications, there would obviously be some drama, but I didn't expect the drama to be the fact that Kai Cenat is quite literally scamming people, or at the very least being incredibly misleading. Not Cenat is quite literally scamming people, or at the very
what it says, claiming there's been growing complaints from smaller creators at the in-person Streaming University applications, claiming big creators are showing up to clip farm and are cutting ahead of the line, making it harder for them to get a fair shot. Okay, I can't say, you know, that should be regulated. I mean, that should be regulated for sure, you know. Maybe they shouldn't be able to cut ahead in line. But at the same time, though, this is the opportunity to make the content, y'all. Y'all waiting in line. I've been seeing people waiting in line making content. I'm seeing them on my For You page. Like I said, I told y'all the reason why I wasn't there. You feel me? So, like, yeah.
Expect the drama to be the fact that Kai Cenat is quite literally scamming people, or at the very least being incredibly misleading. Not only was he leaving these people in the heat and with
it was so unorganized. We waited 3 hours in the heat. We go inside. We got hungry. No food. Unable to go out. They were only calling groups of 10 every 45 minutes to an hour. We left at 4:30 because they had VIP content creators being interviewed first. All of us so disappointed they were not mindful of our time. I mean, I could see both sides here, though. Because this is also piggybacking on make content while you're there. But then also on the, you know what I'm saying, however it's like planned and organized and stuff, they definitely should make it fair for everybody to have a chance, you know what I'm saying, to do what they got to do for the interview.
Out food for hours, he was also favoriting the bigger creators, and so that really just makes you ask the question, what was the point? Did people ever really have a chance? And why did Kai Cenat bait the public into being a part of his Streamer University rollout? I got a lot of stuff I want to talk about today, twin. You'll probably like this tea, so you might as well come and tap in. Comment for the algorithm. Now, I had to do a little bit of research for this video because I am making the big claim that Kai Cenat is the best.
Yeah, you better come
ever,
with the facts,
but I
bro.
do actually believe that. One of my previous criticisms of Streamer University was the fact that I felt like too many big names and people within Kai's orbit became students. Why were all
okay? This is last year's. I'm not gonna lie. The thing with it being like big creators being in it, I could see. Because it has to be known creators there to attract the mainstream people. Because if it's like a bunch of no names, you know what I'm saying? The Stream University is not gonna be like being looked at as much. You feel me? So you need creators like Deshay, creators like Bad Kid J, creators like Quan, creators like you know what I'm saying, Ray. You gonna see niggas like Rakai. I see niggas complaining about the age thing. It's 18 and up, but you see niggas like Rakai going. First off, Rakai literally is plugged in through Kai. Kai's homeboys, you can expect them to get in, bro. I don't see them not getting in, bro. I don't see no reason for them not to get in. They literally plugged in. When I get to this point in my career and I can create opportunities like this for those around me, I'm doing it too. You would do it too. But I would definitely give a fair shot to everyone else, though. I don't think this is rigged, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I don't be thinking none of this is rigged.
all of these big creator students. All it does is it takes away from people who actually need the exposure. And once again, with the Streamer University in-person meetings, the same problem happened. So you know what I did? I went on TikTok, I went on Twitter, and I was looking to find people giving their explanation on their POV and their perspective going into Streamer University IRL application. And what I discovered as the general consensus was that smaller streamers stood no chance while the big boys got a chance to cut the line. Even in this random obscure TikTok comment section, they were echoing the same.
There's been growing but where's the proof of this though? Like, if there's been growing complaints, where's the proof? Because this is a bold statement, bro. You can't just throw this out there and have no proof. Somebody had to record. There's so many people streaming. This is like, come on, bro. I have not seen not one clip. Until I see the clip of this, I'm not believing it, bro.
I'm gonna read this comment for you.
It was so unorganized. We waited for 3 hours in the heat. We go inside, we got hungry, no food, unable to go out. They were only calling groups of 10 every 45 minutes to an hour.
No food,
we left
you
at
could have brought
4:30
food
because they had
and
VIP
drink.
content creators interviewed first.
The
and
rule
so I
said
really
none.
want you to keep this in mind as you watch the video. I want you to reference this comment to some of the clips I'm gonna show you. And I want you to decide whether or not this is an accurate thing. So I have 3 different people that are gonna share their unique perspectives of the Streamer University auditions. But what I noticed is that there are consistent factors. The first one is that people are waiting in one space while they're hot for a long period of time. Another thing that I noticed is that Kai ended up leaving before he got to a lot of people. But not only just that, but it felt like even if certain people got there first, they were still skipped in line, whether that be by people who got a different ticket than them or the actual big creators who got a VIP spot.
So did you have to pay to go to this? I thought this was free. So what does he mean by different ticket? I'm not understanding what he means by different ticket if it was free and anybody could go.
Let's start with this man named Raw Mesa, who vented his frustrations about the experience on Twitter.
You know what I'm saying? But he at least put forth the effort to even talk to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I could just make him leave and y'all could just leave. But he want to make sure he thank everybody and have a conversation. Y'all understand that?
Yes, sir.
So respectfully, everybody's going to go down to the gym, okay? Now, if I see anybody act outright, I'm going to grab you and I'm going to throw you out the building.
It's like you're keeping humans in a fucking classroom for 5 hours, bro. 5 hours. Dude, I was getting pushed. My cameraman, Eve, was getting pushed, shoved. Bro had to fucking fight somebody for this.
But it's like you can't Kai, like their behavior, you shouldn't blame Kai for their behavior though. Like Kai can only do so much at the same time.
And then the motherfuckers that was there first and they just get fucked at the end. And then he comes in here saying shut the fuck up. Like,
so there's a lot to dissect.
Who said
in just
that?
Small amount of footage that I showed you guys. But what stood out to me is not only the fact that this guy had to stand in line for a long period of time, but it's also the idea that even if you get there first, you're still not guaranteed to meet Kai Cenat. And that's not even just it. You also have what appears to be very rude people who are working for the Kai Cenat team. So you have people who are stuck in one place for a long period of time, and then you also have rude workers that are supposed to be helping the people. And nobody can convince me that that's not a terrible situation to be in, especially when I've noticed a lot of people have been very dismissive of some of the issues that smaller creators have had during this whole event. I know you guys are gonna say, well, you should have networked or you were never guaranteed to meet Kai in the first place, but that's not even the problem. The problem is that there was no advertisement or people being notified of the friends of Kai Cenat and people in that big influencer orbit getting preferable treatment. And when the difference in the preferable treatment is not having to wait long hours and not being tired and being able to skip the line, that's clearly just not a fair thing, bro. The only people who are sharing these sentiments are smaller creators, but bigger creators get to just skip all of that. This was not something that was advertised. This was not something that people knew going into it. I mean, you could infer it because that's kind of what happened last time, but I'm just saying I understand the frustration because I would be frustrated too.
the streamers that
But I've been seeing niggas wait in line and get in. Superb baby, wait in line, get in. To my knowledge, I have not seen nobody get cut in front of, or no clip of that.
you are prioritizing are the ones who already...
I would be frustrated too.
The streamers that you are prioritizing are the ones who are already established, the ones who are partners, the ones who are monetized to the furthest extent. All we wanted was an opportunity. All we wanted was some education. And this is what we get? 10 plus hours? Why can't I use a vending machine? Why do I have to be told when I could go to the bathroom?
Oh no, yeah, that's crazy.
It's literally the same thing as what the pages
are saying, that's crazy.
As what other people are saying. You're confined in a space for a long period of time, and bigger content creators are prioritized. And since we're here, I think I should elaborate even further on why I believe this is a scam. So you need to look at Streamer University as something under Kai Cenat's legacy belt. We're gonna all look back at Streamer University and acknowledge its place in pop culture as the insane phenomenon it is. When I say that Kai Cenat used the public for the rollout, I mean in the sense that when people record this and it goes viral on social media, showing up to these live events, acting crazy, and just kind of boosting its exaltedness, if that's a word. From a meta sense, people are going to be like, damn, everybody showed up, but people only showed up because they reasonably thought that they had a chance. But this is where the scam comes in. The scam is that they really didn't have a chance. You know who did have a chance though? All of Kai's big...
It's that meme, yo. Dude, I don't understand how it's a scam, though. Like, I can see how it's, like, could be improved, but I wouldn't say it's a scam.
Creator friends. That's why TikToks like the one I just showed you exist. And that's exactly why it's a scam. And it's a good ass scam too, because guess what? This is not going to be thought about when we reflect on Streamer University. Because remember, this is part of Kai Cenat's legacy belt. And even though Kai Cenat may be misleading people by not telling them that he's going to be favoriting his streamer friends, people still showed up and they still glazed Kai. Now I did show y'all that video of Raw Mesa venting about a Streamer University and all of his flaws. But what I didn't show you is that in that same video, he was still glazing Kai a little bit.
Oh my god, here. Oh my god, he's there. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's Kai Cenat. Oh my god, Kai Cenat in the back.
Nigga was talking shit. Kai pulled up. He jumped on it. That's crazy.
That Kai Cenat 1,000.
It do matter.
Oh my god.
I waited.
Oh my god, Aura. Apparently we're going to the second round and seeing Kai. Everybody in here, I don't know how everybody in this bitch gonna see Kai, bro. Deadass. Prolonging this shit, bro. Like motherfuckers that got higher tickets than us, that we came first, are going first.
So even though Raw Mesa got skipped out, didn't get a chance to see Kai, waited for 5 hours, and even described his experience as being like a caged animal, he was still geeking out at the act of seeing Kai Cenat in person. And that's part of the reason why this is such a great scam, because even though you can treat people like shit, they'll still glaze you because you have motion. Buddy, literally right after you glazed them, you were complaining about not getting a chance to see him and how people were going before you. If all of that was long-winded, I apologize, but I had to go even further on what exactly makes this a scam. It's extremely misleading to the average person, but for Kai Cenat, this will look amazing from the future. This will look amazing as part of his legacy, because no one's gonna remember all the poor schmucks who waited for 5 hours to see Lil Cenat. You know what they will remember? They're gonna remember Streamer University having hella motion and the niggas glazing him. Tell me I'm fucking wrong, because I'm not.
Bro, you're the only thing that you're not wrong about. You haven't mentioned the fact that Jaymotionmade is gonna get into Streamer University 2026, bro. That's the only thing that he didn't mention, bro.
Speaking too much real, D. Both of the videos I showed you had an unfavorable position on Streamer University IRL, so I took it upon myself to find someone with a more favorable position. But the only caveat is that it's not like he contradicts any of the things that we've discussed today, like the long wait times or not seeing Kai Cenat. It's just that this guy managed to turn the situation from kind of trash to a little less than trash, but still pretty mid.
I went to Kai Cenat Streamer University live auditions in downtown LA. If I'm being completely honest, and I mean completely honest, I had a good time. Even though it went left, I had an amazing time. Just because I feel like I figured out why I was there. Some people were complaining that it was a waste of time. They couldn't even let us in. They didn't want to do blah, 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 blah. I feel like those people were there for the wrong reasons. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I understand people were camping outside for days, waiting in the heat, waiting.
Nah, my nigga, if you camp out for days for this shit, yo, if you camp out for days and still get cut in front of, go ahead, catch that. Do what you gotta do. I'm not gonna lie, bro. That's crazy, bro. Because ain't no way I'm waiting for days and somebody just cut in front of me.
And I was too, bro. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't camping though. See, I got that. I waited a long time in that heat too. But the people that genuinely felt like it was a waste of time wasn't really there for the right reasons, in my opinion, bro. Even though I didn't get a chance to meet Kai himself or even step into the building, I still took it upon myself to take advantage of the environment.
And I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy, by the way. The only reason I feel this strongly is because I actually feel like people are kind of getting duped a little bit. Yes, you can make content, yes, you can network, but ultimately, that doesn't change the fact that Kai Cenat never advertised the VIP package that all of his friends got. Kai Cenat didn't tell you that you'd be waiting in a confined space, or a space in general, for a long period of time. He didn't tell you that his workers were going to be rude, and he didn't tell you he was going to prioritize his streamer friends. So it's less about being a negative Nancy and more about calling out the reality of the situation. The reality is that if there was some type of VIP section for established creators, that means people like Nina Lynn and Adrian Broner got a chance to cut the line just because they have motion, even though these are objectively weird individuals.
Let's get her.
She said, "How are you guys today?" I ain't never heard of it. That girl asked me how my day was. Bah! I think I'm in love, cuz. See how quick you get me? Bitch, all your bitch got to do is ask me something I ain't never asked her, been there, like.
Yeah, her 19 has to get. She old enough. I think you dropped.
That's the clip he was talking about, Yana? Now you know your rage gonna come pull up about his little sis, man. Relax, gang. I'm not gonna lie.
Stop this. You gonna pick her? I just don't want. Huh? No.
It was messy. It was really messy.
Nina?
Yes.
It was really messy.
Oh shit.
And I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Content aside, I was disappointed.
I'm just saying, bro, getting my place in line skipped by dudes who make women uncomfortable and the SA legend, that would get on my nerves. That would actually hurt my heart just a little bit, because all that means is that motion transcends all, even something that should be for these smaller creators. Even if you are harassing people or making people feel uncomfortable, or you have all these scandals under your belt, as long as you have the motion, that means that you can transcend Streamer University. You can transcend the waiting line. So
I don't know
if you can make more content or network, can we all agree that that just feels a little misleading? Kai Cenat never told anybody that his friends could skip the line to just farm content. He never told anybody that his friends could waste the precious time he has on their content in place of actually interviewing people who want a chance to make something of themselves. Is that not just a little bit misleading? Bro, this nigga Jason is a millionaire doing the AI did my work gimmick, while there's niggas out there spending their last 400 bones just trying to see Kai Cenat.
So if I scan this right here, right? This ain't ChatGPT, is it? No.
You said no AI?
Okay, I would be pissed too, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
So if I take a picture of this right now.
Yes.
This isn't ChatGPT.
No.
We scan this right here. Put it into my ChatGPT AI tracker. This reads like it was heavily AI assisted or AI generated, though not because of the facts themselves. The clues are mostly in the writing style.
And originally, bro, I was gonna play a lot more of these clips of these creators interacting with Kai, but then it dawned on me, that is literally part of the scam. Kai Cenat lets his VIP creator friends skip the line, farm their viral clips, make Streamer University to go up, and then he gets to cash in because it's his legacy belt. It's under the Kai Cenat branding. It's honestly so genius. The nigga let these smaller creators go out with the wolves and just burn up and die, all while his bigger creator friends help him farm popularity via viral clips, and nobody can say anything about it because it's truly that genius of an idea. You have smaller creators also arguing in favor of this scam just because they're gonna tell anybody who speaks out against it, well, you should have just networked, bro. You should have just made the most of your opportunity. It's honestly the goofiest shit ever, because honestly, honestly, bro, networking as a streamer is stupid. You should not network. Or actually, let me not get besides myself. It's not that you shouldn't network, but it's more like a lot of these content creators are just fake individuals. If I had to give you advice as a content creator myself, is that you should get it out the mud by yourself, so nobody can hold anything over your head, so you don't have to worry about any of these weird egomaniacs clashing with you. But all of that is besides the point, because like I've been saying, there was no transparent communication. There was no Kai Cenat telling you,
I am gonna let my friends cut you in line, even if you got here at 6 in the morning.
Now imagine if Kai Cenat was open about the fact he was willing to let his creator friends cut the line. Do y'all think that people would be wasting their time as much as they were? And honestly, maybe they would. Kai Cenat does have that transcendent creator motion, but the point I'm trying to make is that this was not something that was said up front, so you can't fault people for feeling slighted. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm gonna always be a voice of the people, because honestly, creators can suck sometimes, and I think that Streamer University sucks a little bit, at least in terms of how it's treating people who are at the bottom. But with that being said, Kai Cenat is the greatest scammer ever, because he managed to leverage the public to participate in the rollout of Streamer University 2. And in participating in the rollout, all it does is it makes Streamer University 2 look even better for when we inevitably reflect on it in the future. Kai Cenat is securing his legacy belt in the craziest way ever. He didn't even have to interview all the people that pulled up. All he had to do was let his friends clip farm a little bit, interview a couple niggas, and he got to move on. But that's really all I had to say though. Subscribe for more unsolicited.
Y'all let me know. Y'all want me to get caught on my stream so he can explain everything, bro, and so y'all can tell him, you know what I'm saying, all this constructive criticism I gotta say. You feel me? If y'all want that to happen, just let me know. Just let me know. That's all I gotta say. Just let me know.
My whole person, my whole do what she wanted to do. I'ma fuck that bitch in the back of the coupe. Ain't going outside, can't fuck with these dudes. Got a bag on me, put a bag on you. Ain't black in the back of the spot, holding the block. Ain't get fucked by dudes.